We are joined now by Kent Backus, an international trade expert with the National Cattlemen's Beef Association. Kent, you've been on campus, a guest speaker at OSU's Rural Economic Outlook Conference. The title of your presentation, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I'm intrigued, so why don't we start with the good?
I think it's important that people understand how trade policy impacts the cattle and beef industry. Because decisions that are made in Washington and in international agreements affect our cow-calf producers, our stockers, and our feed yards on every aspect of their business. So really today was to try to focus on the importance of trade policy and to look at three different examples. Obviously the good, the bad, the ugly is a catchy way, everybody's familiar with that. So starting with the good, looking at the benefits of trade policy. The fact that we have zero tariffs with some of our largest export markets now means that we're able to sell at a more competitive price to those consumers.
The next question then, the bad.
So when you consider bad trade policy, I guess some of it is kind of based on your perspective, but for us as cattle producers, it really is the tariffs. It's those 40% tariffs that we faced in Korea prior to having those trade agreements, or being targets of retaliation for things that we didn't even have anything to do with. So you look at that, and sometimes those are just bad trade policies that prevent us from being able to sell that good, high quality American beef that we sell here, and we've not had the access to other places. But bad trade policies can sometimes be self-inflicted. Policies that are created by Congress that have good intentions in mind, but the reality of things like mandatory country of origin labeling that have had negative repercussions on our industry. Sometimes those are some of those touchy issues. So you have good, you have bad, you also have ugly, and ugly is sometimes more viewed on just the reality of sometimes what it takes to accomplish good trade policies. Sometimes you have to use more of the stick than the carrot. And I think we've seen that over the last few years as we've tried to bring China to the table and other things like that. It's not always smooth. Sometimes it's rough. And that's where the ugly part comes into it. But overall, we're trying to reach those good terms that allow us to capitalize that strong global demand for U.S. beef.
Well, Kent, lots to talk about. Thank you very much for spending a little bit of time with us, and safe travels to you back home.
Thank you.